suicide is the second leading cause of death of 10 to 18-year-olds. That is horrific. That's unacceptable. We work with a lot of young people, helping them to discover what their natural skills and talents are. We help them to create their own entrepreneurship program.
All right, welcome back to the Low Key Genius podcast. Today, we have a truly inspiring guest, Sheyenne Kreamer. With over 20 years of research into some of society's biggest challenges, she has dedicated her work to helping people remove the health and financial obstacles that keep them from living out their true purpose. Her mission goes beyond just helping individuals. She's working to build micro communities that house, heal, and educate people so they can fully step into their human potential. Cheyenne, I'm so excited to have you on the show. Welcome.
Thank you, Javel. I am so excited to be here. Awesome.
Let's start. Please introduce yourself. And yeah, that's all. Let's get it
Okay.
rolling.
Well, all right. My name is Sheyenne Kreamer. I call myself the Healing on Purpose Activator
Ni-
because, we need to heal so many things in our lives so that we can live in the purpose that we came here to do. And
Yes.
my husband and I have been on the road. This is our home on wheels. We've
Wow.
been driving around for almost 6 years now, looking
Wow.
to find people that we can partner with, that we can start to build those micro communities. But in the meantime, we're doing a lot of helping people to heal their physical self, their emotional self, their spiritual self, and their financial self, because those are the
Yes.
things that stop people from doing what they know in their heart they should be doing.
That was really inspiring, and the motivation and the that purpose of living in the van and with that kind of purpose, that is really impactful. And you said you have a podcast, and your podcast is deeply rooted in purpose and transformation. Am I right?
That is correct.
Yeah. So what inspired you to start sharing these conversations, and what impact you to do you hope to create through your show?
Sure. It really started back in 2012. My husband and I had come through a major financial crash, and
Mm-hmm.
he was starting to have some rather serious health problems. And when we got close to some of the societal systems that were supposed to be helping us during that time, we actually felt trapped. We felt trapped in the systems, like they weren't letting us do what we felt we needed to do. And so my husband was very courageous, and he decided to run for governor of North Carolina in the US. And it was a very interesting experience. We ended up finding out just how broken the political systems are.
Yes.
So from there, we ended up saying, well, okay, so if we can't create change in the system, then we need to build new systems. And that's
Yes.
really what we have been working on for the last 6 years, is just building that foundation where we can help more people to understand who they are and what their potential is. And that has been the name of the podcast, which is paused for the moment, but it will come back. But the name of the podcast is You Are the Miracle. Because one of the big problems we have, at least here in the US, is that everybody is sitting around waiting for somebody else to fix things. And we're saying,
Yes. Exactly.
no, that's not the way this is supposed to go, because we tell people that we believe everybody who's born on this planet has what we call a piece of a super puzzle. And if
Yeah.
everybody on the planet was building their piece of the super puzzle and then kind of connecting them all together across the world, we
Interesting.
would be we would be living in a world that has a lot of amazing health for everybody. We would have prosperity for everybody, and we would have peace
Yes.
on earth. And the fact that we don't see a lot of that right now tells us how many people are still sitting on their puzzle piece. So that's the message. You're the miracle we're waiting for to help solve the problems that we've got on planet Earth.
Yes, and every each of us has a purpose to anyone. This podcast can reach people to listen to this episode. They might learn to this episode, and they can, they can discover that, oh, this is what I should do. I'm really intrigued right now with your what you're doing, because this is really kind of interesting that you are dedicating your life to let people know that they have a purpose in life, that they can do something and they can live the life that they wanted if they have the courage to find what truly is for them. Am I right? And like this, for example, this is we are talking about here on my podcast, Loki Genius Podcast. So this podcast is I started this podcast to show to all people that we are all genius in what we are all doing. My father can be a genius in his field. He is a carpenter. Everyone is a genius. So this podcast is all about, like, I want to give motivation. Most people are introvert. Most people don't believe in themselves. Maybe sometimes I can invite someone that can inspire them. So I've been through a lot also. I am a dropout college student. I started networking. I started my business, traditional business. All of them fail until I discovered that talking is one of my I'm happy talking to other people. So I have a podcast here in the Philippines talking to freelancers about their journey, how they become successful like that. So something like finding your true purpose in life is how we truly understand our purpose. And
Mhm.
that is your message to a lot of people, because a lot of people are misleading their life by chasing what people most people are telling them to buy this, do this, own this, and they mislead their purpose by listening to
Yes,
other people, not their heart.
that's true. Absolutely. And it's sad because one of the things that's causing that is creating is there's a lot of people who are very depressed. They are very
Yes.
anxious. They are not happy. You know, my husband and I did a big event here in the US last summer about suicide prevention, because in the state of North Carolina, we already know what the statistic is, that suicide is the second leading cause of death of 10 to 18-year-olds. That is horrific. That,
Yes.
that's unacceptable. And yet, so many things. We work with a lot of young people, helping them to discover what their natural skills and talents are, just like you discovered that talking to people is something you really enjoy doing. And
Yes.
we help them to create their own entrepreneurship programs. So they have created, we had a group that created a basketball tournament, a community cookout, a flea market. We've had young people who took their own skills and talents and created stuff, whether it was art or cooking or, jewelry or whatever. And then they had their own business expo and sold their stuff. And that's where people become really happy. Is the human brain is happiest when we're creating. And so if you can
Yes.
create and then go sell it, you've got a pretty good gig going on.
Yeah, that is a different kind of happiness, because you are going to earn to something that you're happy doing. A lot of people are doing stuff that they are not happy by the sake of earning money. Am I right?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Many.
and and a lot of people need to hear it from you and from your experience, from your studies, that life is not really truly about getting all the things that we wanted, but living the true purpose of our life. And for
Hmm.
you, what is the true purpose of our life?
Well, I know for me, everything that we're doing, we do everything with purpose. We believe that we are being guided by whatever higher power somebody might believe in. And, that's where I believe more people should be, because I don't
Yes.
believe in coincidence. Coincidence,
Yes.
I don't look at it that way. And so whatever we go through in our lives, if we have overcome a challenge, if we have learned how to go around it, over it, through it, and come out the other side with wisdom that would be helpful to somebody else, I believe that's a
Yes.
huge part of what we're supposed to be doing, is paying that forward and providing that knowledge, that education, and that wisdom to other people who come behind us, so that we can help to
Yes.
make their path a little easier.
All of us have different purpose, and if we have a purpose in life, we share that purpose to other people, we help other people. If we are good at
Mhm.
this, we can help people to be good at this also. If we are good at something like this, we have to help other people who struggling at this also. So
Yes.
this is kind of amazing that we are talking about this topic, because we don't have the mindset of helping others because of the idea that we must be the number one, we must be on top. As I grow, I realize that the more you grow, the more you understand that the more you help people, the more things happen to you. I believe in karma, good karma, because I believe in God, and I believe that all of the things that you do will come back to you. If you do good things will come back to you.
It is true. And not always easy, not always easy,
Yes.
but you always will find a way through whatever it is, whatever challenges that face you, because we've had a few challenges, even, living in a motorhome and traveling all the time. And,
Yes.
but it's always interesting because we always feel like we're being guided, like here where we are in Florida right now. This is a place that gets hit with a lot of hurricanes and
Yes.
tropical storms and stuff like that. And we always get guided out of that path so that we stay safe. So, those are the kinds of things that you can almost witness incredible miracles when you're doing that thing your heart is calling you to do. And I'm with you. Everybody here gets taught competition. I mean, competition's a big deal, right? You
Yes.
talk about whether it's
Yes.
sports or whatever. But I think there's more people who are starting to go, well, how do we collaborate? How do we
Yes,
work
exactly.
together? And so
That's the
that's what
word.
we're Yep. So we're out here trying to encourage people in that direction and say, we may be doing some similar things, but let's not worry about that, because there's some people who are going to be able to hear your message, and there's some people who are going to be able to hear my message. Everybody's got
Yes.
kind of a different tuned in to different messages. So it's all good. We're all here for a reason.
Yes, I agree to that. We all are here for a reason, and we have a purpose on each other. And also, I just want to add this. You mentioned that you've spent over 20 years researching societal challenges. So, what are some of the biggest obstacles you see people facing today?
Well, the number one we've already kind of circled around, and that is that everywhere on the planet, it seems like God has been yanked out of society. And I think that's our number one problem, because, we actually wrote a book called Skip the Politics and Create Heaven on Earth. And in there, we explain how, we have some very advanced healthcare systems as an example. But here in the US, we spend more money on healthcare than any country in the world, but we rank about number 50th in results. And do you know why? It's because they've almost tried to outlaw nature's healing tools. And it's all focused on man made chemical based solutions. If you don't put God back into the healthcare system, we're never going to get the kind of results that we could be getting. So, that's a biggie that we have seen. The fact that and again, this is my belief system, we were made in the image and likeness of a creator. That means we were designed to create.
Yes.
And yet there's nothing in our schools that teach anybody how to be an entrepreneur. And they've even taken a
Yes,
lot of art
exactly.
and music out of our schools. So anything that was creation, that was of the spirit, has just been yanked out. No wonder our young people are so angry all the So, and then of course our political system is being totally dismantled right now because it has been atrocious. I mean, what my husband saw when he was running for governor in North Carolina was ridiculous. It was like, because he didn't take sides, he wasn't on the left and he wasn't on the right. He was an independent, and the whole system shut him down and would not even let his message to be heard. So, when we would talk to people individually, they'd get all excited and go, "Oh my gosh, I love what you're talking about. I love what what you need, what we need to do." But, he couldn't even get on the ballot. He was a write-in candidate, could not get on the ballot because he was an independent and he didn't have enough money to pay to be able to get onto that ballot. So those are all broken systems, and the education system not teaching people how to be those creative folks is not helping anybody. So that's why I say lots of societal systems that are absolutely broken. And in fact, I loved it when you were talking about everybody is a genius, because that's one of my favorite quotes is Albert Einstein. He said, everybody is a
Yeah.
genius, but if you try to teach a fish how to climb a tree, it'll spend its whole life thinking it's a failure. That's what's happening
Yes,
right now.
exactly. Yeah, and just an addition, if we want to help a lot of people, I think if we really have a truly goal to help other people, I think politics is not an easy way.
Nope, nope. You gotta. Well, this is my other favorite quote, and it's by a gentleman named Buckminster Fuller. And he said, "You can't create change by fighting the existing reality. Instead, you need to build new systems that make the old ones obsolete."
Yes.
That's why we're out here doing what we're doing.
Yes, that's why we out here doing podcasts, sharing our voice, our message to other people. That whoever is watching this video right now, I hope you all have a great day and a wonderful, um, amazing life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, um, this is another question. So, building micro communities is a powerful mission. How do you
Mhm.
use your podcast like this podcasting to connect with people and spread awareness about this vision?
Well, that's always been part of the challenge, is to really be able to
Yes.
reach a broad enough audience. I'm sure you're aware of those challenges as well, because
Yes.
these challenges are worldwide challenges. They're not just in one state or one country. They are everywhere. And that's been part of the reason why, we have done the podcast, because once it's out there, it's out there. I mean, we're all over YouTube, we're all over Facebook and LinkedIn, and so, you never know who's going to see what and when they're going to see it. I believe there's a timing. I do talk about divine order and divine timing to things. So I just think we were a little bit ahead of the of everybody else. And as we keep moving forward, people will find us when they're supposed to find us, and we're just going to keep finding new ways to be able to get the message out further.
Yes, exactly. We just need to don't stop spreading our voice, our message to other people, because we will never know if we stop. Someone is waiting for us.
That's right.
Yeah. So for new podcasters who want to create content with purpose like this and purpose and impact, what advice would you give them based on your journey?
Based on our journey. Well, I do believe, we've never, because a lot of what we have done has been like research and development, right? We've done a lot of research and development and prototyping, which has not allowed us to make huge amounts of money, because most people won't pay you to build a prototype. They want to see it working and they want to see results. And, that's when you start being able to make money. So a lot of what we have done, we've had to do on our own. I do know that there are people like yourself out here who can make the journey a lot easier, be able to help people get a message out there
Yes.
faster. If you have the money to do that, I definitely recommend it, because it's a tough journey when you're going it alone. And, we've never given up. We're still not giving up. I'm learning some new things about building audiences and stuff right now from somebody I'm working with, just because we know we want to continue to grow. But here's the thing is, too many people get into analysis paralysis. They think they've got to look perfect. They
Yes.
think they got to sound perfect before they do anything. And I'm like, no, you need to just get in there, take action, and then improve on it. Continuous
Yes.
improvement. That's all that you need to do. So forget the perfection, just do something.
Yes, that's the word, and that is the quote that I've been living for a while now because I start way back before I have a doubt starting a podcast. I don't know I don't know anything. I don't know anything about podcasting. I don't know how to start, whom I'm going to talk to like that,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not really a techie guy. I don't know everything about social media because I started a traditional business, and
Mm-hmm.
and yet I'm here. I just face the struggles, the doubt. I have doubt in myself, but I believe that I know something that I need to share to someone because I am a dropout student. My parents pushed me to finish my college. I'm as engineering course. I've been in my second year college student, but I dropped out without them knowing, and I started networking because I believe that I am happy talking to people like that.
Mm-hmm.
But after all, it got failed. I started my business. I'm happy doing business, talking to people, negotiating, helping them with their problems like that. And I didn't know that with the action that I made before, the decision that I did before dropping out of college, this made me that I get to experience talking to other people outside my country, talking with them, sharing insights. And right now I am, I know you and I know you can feel and you can see that I am struggling talking in English. I am not really
Mm-hmm.
good at
You're doing
speaking
well.
English. Yes, and I can deliver what I am thinking. I have a lot in my mind right now, but I can speak it directly and I can expand it. But I just go for it. This is my second episode for international podcast. I have podcast in here in the Philippines in Tagalog, and I am doing this to get better
Mm-hmm.
because I believe if I did not do it right now, nothing will gonna happen, and I am not waiting for anyone else, just myself.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you so much for that. And this is if people want to know more about you, where they can find you.
Well, one of the easiest ways to reach me is I do have a website that is just my name. You can see it on the screen, CheyenneKreamer.com. And on that website, you will see a lot of the things I personally do. So, I have a place where people can actually request an appointment to do a face scan using your cell phone that will tell you about your nutritional deficiencies and what you
Wow.
need to help you be healthier. There's also a place there where people can request my free introductory workshop. It's an introduction, but I have a whole class online called Find Your Song and Sing It, Finding or Creating Work You Love. So you can
Yeah.
find that. And if you just like to, have a complimentary 30-minute chat with me, there's a link there too. You can get on my calendar and be able to have a conversation. So that's the easiest way, but I'm also on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, so people can find me there.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. So see you on the next episode.
Thank you.